Hello Amazon, this is a video review on the Komfy D-Link DKZ-201SW switch with camera. Now this one is in white and they do offer it in black, and this is over here on Amazon. Now we just got this in the mail today and I wanted to show you how it came in the box, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through and do the setup with how this looks and how it works. So we'll see in a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a box opening real quick for you, just so you can see everything that's inside. Okay, slide that off. Oh, okay. Good golly. Whew. There we go. All right. So here is the faceplate for the Komfy unit. Oh, and there's more in there actually. Here's the wall plate. This sits right there. Oops. If you need help, a number to call. Silica pack. Here is the actual camera unit and switch. This has actually a nice weight to it. All your cables here. Wire nuts. Screws to the wall. And we've got a pouch here. So they definitely put a lot of effort to making sure that you get your product safely. There's a lot of padding inside this box and a lot of molding here that actually ensures that your unit is going to stay put where it needs to be so it doesn't get damaged before it gets to you. Okay, so we've got the FCCIC compliance statement, the GPL code statement, wiring labels. Those might come in handy. And then the quick installation guide for the Komfy switch with camera. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install this rather, and we'll show you how it looks afterwards. Alrighty Amazon, I have gone through and did the setup for this. Now, when you do this, you need to disconnect the power from wherever you're going to be setting this up so you don't get potentially shocked. I just wanted to show you this in case if you have the same problem I did. Now, when I disconnected the old box, let me find it here, which I had a dimmer switch to, I had two black cables, nothing indicating which was positive or negative. So I kind of ran to the back and just kind of figured out what was positive and what was negative, and then connected them to the proper cables here. So as you can see here, oh, I just disconnected that, but this here was my negative, the one that just disconnected there, and that there was my positive disconnected. And then I also had my ground. I'm sorry, that green one's the ground, and the other black one here, that was my positive. So if you have the same issue that I do, I just wanted to kind of show you, just refer to the back of the old switch that you have, and it can usually tell you if it's going to be a positive or a negative for which one. So I will be back once I have this completely installed. Also, while you're going through the setup, you're supposed to have a Wi-Fi light turn on, which is that small little light right there. I have a red one currently blinking. Now what it's doing, and maybe I missed it in the instructions, but it's kind of going to go through like its setup process, and then it's going to eventually turn on. I heard a click the first time it turned on, so I'm assuming that that's what it's going to do once it does it, gets set up. So the Wi-Fi light is just turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this recessed into the wall, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, Amazon, we are back, and I have the Komfy switch installed and ready to go. Now it is currently recording and is sending a signal wirelessly to my device so that I can see what's going on in my home. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the screen, which is right there, and that is me as I hold the phone. Now there is a little bit of a delay, only because it goes through a Wi-Fi signal. But otherwise, this camera and switch works really, really good. Now as you see there, it just went from night vision to standard when you have enough lighting. And it went back to night vision there. So you have a bunch of different options that you can use in this camera. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. Oh, and I'm holding the phone upside down. So that was under the view mode. So we're going to go ahead and go down here. So that's under the view mode. That's this one right here. And then you have your light. Now, my light is currently not working, and I have to seek an electrician to get that to work. I had a dimmer switch on here, and I have a feeling that something with the wiring is possibly the issue, but that's not a problem. I have seen this work with lights before, so I will have this up and running in no time. But you hit the button here, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it actually makes a clicking sound from the app. Now there also are buttons here, one up top, one in bottom, to be able to control things. Say if you have a fan or anything that's connected to this switch here in the wall, you would be able to connect those and have your fan turn on, turn off. You can also see the temperature of the room. So if you see here, it says 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Lighting is currently dark. Air quality is drowsy, apparently, and it's 45% humidity in here. I'm going to go ahead and go back. Now you have a bunch of different features here. This even has the alert. This will notify you anytime there is movement with your Komfy switch. You can actually turn this little dial here and see all of your movements in that it has already sent. I'm going to go back to the most previous here. So at 7:24 there was movement, and it is going to show me with the camera, talking about the camera. And you also can name your device. I named mine Ninja because that was the only thing I could think of off the top of my head at that particular moment. You also have a scheduler. You have your account, you have your device, and you have another option to schedule stuff. Home. You have a wake up, bedtime, away, my click. So there's a lot of stuff to go through in here. You can set it up to be ease of access for yourself. While you go away, you can set up for it to record at specific times, turn the lights on. Now, this Komfy switch actually has, excuse me 1 second. This Komfy switch actually has an ability to be a night light, and you can set that up through the app. I just wanted to show you something real quick, so I'm going to take the faceplate off. Which, in order to take this faceplate off, you have to have something like a screwdriver, like I'm using here, to be able to pop that off. Okay. So in here, as you can see, this is your night light for the on and off. You have a switch right here. Now, this switch is actually going to be to determine if you have a double switch or a single switch. Mine's on a single because it is only a single switch, but you can use this for up to 2 switches, which would then allow you to be able to turn the fan on and off if you have that switch connected over here. But just to show you the inside. Now, this was really easy to do. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to set this up. And let's see here, I gotta make sure I'm setting this on the right side here. Yep, that's the right one. Oop. Oops. There we go. Alright. Now you are able to... Oh, I know why I took that off. Give me a second. You are actually able to add a SD card to this to be able to record any events to the actual camcorder itself. And that is actually located right here on the side. So you have a DC in to be able to charge it if you don't want this to be plugged into a direct wall outlet. And then you have your micro SD card slot there. And put up to a 32 gigabyte chip in there. You also can control the camera. This switch right here, you can press that, it'll turn the camera off, and it'll record, it'll tell you actually on the app that the camera is off, or you can change the modes, whether it be on for night mode or just regular day mode. It also has a sensor built in to be able to do that automatically. Anyway, guys, this is again the Komfy switch. It is sold by D-Link over here on Amazon. This is a really great device. It was super simple to set up. It kind of makes you feel a little bit more protected at home. While I clean the lens off there. While you go out on vacation or anything of that nature. So go over, check this out on Amazon. It's definitely a great product to have. Alright, Amazon, we're back. I actually had forgotten to tell you about some of the features that this camera offers, aside from just the standard ones with the app, you know, the control your view and everything. This has a full HD 1080p with 130 degree wide angle lens. So when you hook this into your home or into your outlet, wherever you're going to have it, you have a very wide angle to be able to see anything that's going on really in that room. Optimal place, I would say, for this would be, in an area where it's mostly inconspicuous, but where it's accessible, so that way you can turn lights on and off, so on and so forth. It also has a local and cloud recording. This way, if you're not using the micro SD card, it can record to a private cloud account, which will then be able to save your clips. Now, it does record over those clips over at a certain period of time, but you do have that ability. This also has the ability to have push notifications. What that means is it will actually send to your phone that you have this set up on a notification telling you when there is actually movement or sound bursts, or even if the temperature changes in the room, it will send it to your phone, so that way you are notified. Again, it also senses the air quality, your temperatures, like I had said before, and the humidity. So with that being said, you're able to monitor your home as a whole. So say if you go on vacation and your kid is left home alone and they're old enough. This actually happened to me when I was much younger. I turned the heat on in the apartment and forgot how to turn it off. So when my mother came home, the electric bill was through the roof. She was not very happy about that. So with that, if this has the notification on there saying, hey, your temperature of the house has gone up this much, you can call home and say, hey, turn the thermostat down so you don't kill my electric bill. Anyway, guys, go over to Amazon, check this out. It's definitely a great item to have. Gives you a sense of security, which in today's world is much needed.